के सीएम कैप्टन अमरिंदर सिंह क्या कुछ कह रहे हैं, चलिए आपको सुनाते हैं।
I think it was people who had infiltrated this movement. There are plenty of people. We are sitting on the border here, and I keep reporting back, and they know in Delhi jolly well what exactly is happening on our border. So it is somebody has now it's for them to investigate and see who has entered that and who has done this. And the government better be on its toes. I have been warning them for a long time that Pakistan is trying to infiltrate. Their weapons are coming in. They've got sleeper cells here which they can awaken anytime they wish, and you better be clear. And a disturbed Punjab suits Pakistan's policies.
So, sir, can you throw some more light? You shared with the government. Did you give any
I went during this period to see the Home Minister, not this period, but before this, when everybody started making a big noise of I've been to see around the farmer struggle. I went to discuss this issue which is taking place because since the farmer struggle started in October, the number of weaponry that's coming into Punjab has trebled. It's drones that are bringing it in. And that was what was concerning me. Because those drones, when they bring weapons, they're meant for something. They're not sent as a present here. They are meant for, we may capture 30 drones, but there are many 20 or 30 that get past us to their objectives, wherever they are. And that is what was concerning me. So that is what I went to discuss with the Home Minister then. And I'm sure they're have taken note of it, and they will be doing something. They better do something.
But do you think this movement has been discredited because of these actions?
Yes, I think so. Because anybody, the whole world, members of parliament in Great Britain, from America, from across the globe, in India, all states were supporting farmers. The moment violence came, and the moment that symbol of the Red Fort was violated, I think that's when this movement lost steam.
But, sir, we are seeing another narrative which is in the making, that farmers, there are many pro-Khalistan elements among the farmers, and some people are even calling them traitors. We saw an incident today at the border where other people from outside have said that these guys are traitors, they should leave the place. How do you see this?
Well, that is exactly what I have been saying. This is what Pakistan wants to do. Now, I don't say that they're Khalistanis. You know, this business of somebody is a Khalistani and somebody is a Naxal and somebody is an urban Naxal, these are all names. That's just people conjure up, and somehow the press take these issues up. There are people with different ideologies, yes. I mean, you may have leftist ideology. For instance, southern Punjab has always had a leftist ideology from the days of the freedom struggle, even when there was there was a big movement by the Muzara movement, we called it, and the Naxal movement started there. These things happen. That is part of history. But to today say that these guys are urban Naxals or this I think was unnecessary.
So now, what is your suggestion? Like, what do you think will be the next move?
I think the government should and continue its contact with the farmers. Farmers must go to meetings, and this has to be resolved. This cannot carry on this way. Look, my sympathy is totally, as far as the farmers are concerned, with them. I always believe that what they did was right. That is why the moment these bills were passed, we were not consulted for those bills. When the bills were passed, we were the first ones to call the Punjab Assembly, and under 254(2), we passed our own laws, and which we negated their laws and passed our own laws, which is still sitting with the governor. He hasn't even forwarded it to Delhi. So the point is that I understand the problems of the farmers. We are a farming state. 70% of our people live off farming, and they are very small farmers. These people who are sitting there are not there just for the sake of going there. They know what their situation is. Somebody owns half an acre, somebody owns 1 acre, 2 acres. If suddenly you do away with MSP, what do they know is going to be their resource for the year? Similarly, you have an RTR system which is going on. Why are you wanting to stop this? Why do you want to stop MSP? Why do you want to do away with the Food Corporation of India, who supports that MSP? All these are things which have contributed. If you want to let corporate houses come in, who is stopping the corporate houses from coming? They are already working in Punjab. I've got Nestle's working here. I've got ITC working here. I've got Pepsi working here. They are also foreign companies. Nobody minds that because it only complements what is happening. In case If somebody wants to come and put up a corporate in the food industry, how will it help us? It will help us because there will be competition and the prices the farmers will get will be better, provided you don't do away with the old system. Have the old system and then let the new system complement it.
Coming back to the farmers' stir, sir, uh, BJP has alleged that Congress is behind it, and in fact they have
No, they
categorically.
said I was behind it. This is what these chaps were saying. So they said it from day one. I mean, I told them, I said, I find it so strange because one of the ministers who called me and he said, if you want to stop it, you can stop it in 3 minutes. I said, yeah. I said, you got 4 intelligence agencies and are they sleeping there? They don't know what's happening in Punjab. If they don't know what's happening in Punjab, how are they going to control the infiltration from Pakistan? And today now they have realized that it's not anybody's doings. It is a movement which has been generated on its own.
Do you blame the mishandling of central government in this entire scenario?
I think they did not understand the psyche of the Punjabi and the farmer. And this is not, Punjabi may have taken lead, we always seem to take a lead in various things. But this covers the farmers of the country. The 70% of our people live in farms. You think it's not affecting a person sitting in a farmer in Kerala or in Andhra Pradesh or in Tamil Nadu or in Odisha or Tripura somewhere. Everywhere the farmer is affected. He may not be here because he can't afford it. But his heart is here in Delhi.
But sir, do you think that police would have handled it better, or when we saw?
Why did you need a police? Why do you need a police? You don't need the police for these things. These are things that should be resolved by negotiations. And if they had 12 meetings you have had, in the beginning, I thought it was an issue that had I been there and had I been chairing that meeting, I'd have finished in the first day. Why are you prolonging? What are you prolonging it for? I have been through lots of problems. This is my 52nd year in politics, okay? The first I've been through is in when the movement of the Khalistan movement started with Sant Pindrawale and all that, and then the Anandpur Sahib resolution came up and all this terrorism took place, which ended up in '84 in Blue Star. After that, then there was another rise of terrorism, which ended up with the assassination of our chief minister. So I've seen these things happening. It's always things are decided in Delhi on a question of too little, too late, and that is what is.
Are
What
you
is?
squarely blaming Pakistan mainly?
No, I'm not. It's not for me to blame Pakistan or to blame anybody. It is for these agencies who blame Amrinder Singh to find out who the hell is behind this and what is happening there. They are the ones who should go there and find out what have we got the IB for, what have we got the RAW for, what have we got the NIA for. That's that job, to keep their pulse on the security of the nation. Find out who's doing it. Is it Pakistan? Is it their sleeping cells? But what I'm mentioning is the fact that since October, when this movement started, why has there been a spurt in the in the drone delivery? Why weapons are coming in? Why money is coming? Why heroin is coming? And all these are coming on through these. Now, that coincides with the movement. And that is what's got me wondering what is the reason for this happening.
Sir, all the parties, many of the opposition parties are now coming together and boycotting the president. Today they boycotted the president's speech, and they are saying that it's all the handiwork of BJP. What is your take on this?
I cannot comment. I'm not going to comment on whether whose comment. These are not things that, these are very serious matters regarding the nation. And it is for the investigation. And I hope it's going to be a fair investigation. And whether it's necessary to put up a very top committee, which people will have in their decision to decide why it happened and what is behind it.
Sir, did you consult anybody after the violence?
But let me now when we sit on the first question, this one thing you must understand: the government and the power must take the responsibility, and I think government in power is the BJP. And they must bear up to this responsibility. Why is it that you could not understand this movement? Why is it that you think it's Amrinder Singh doing it? Why can't you think that it's a movement of the farmers themselves all over the country? Now that is a lack of information which has been given to them, or a lack of understanding. I don't know.
The border, like recently in the Singhu border, there was a local protest against the farmers. They're calling them traitors or gaddars, and they are asking them to go away from there.
Because I can't believe that people who have been living together for 60 days now in that same place, the locals and the people from the farming community from Haryana and Punjab elsewhere, who have gone there, people will suddenly turn like this. I don't believe that the people are. I tend to believe that maybe to do down this movement, maybe people have been brought from some other parts and put there and shown as locals. That is a possibility. And therefore, I think that, when your channels come out with this news and other journalists go there, they must go into these facts before they put out news. Because false news can do us a lot of damage. I am a border state. I have a hostile country on my western borders. On north of us, we've got China, which is all the time. And these two countries are going to collude. And 20% of the Indian army belongs to this area. And we can't allow their morale to go down. So I think we should be very careful in our choice of putting out news, which should not create a situation where the morale of our troops goes down.
Coming to a political part of, I want to talk about Congress party. Sir, party is still not having president.
We've got a president, Mrs. Sonia Gandhi.
New elections is not taking place.
Well, that I think there's a reason for it, and that reason is a very valid reason, because you've got five states going to the polls. And those polls will end, I think, by the end of June. So in July it will come up. There's a process, there's a procedure. It's a very old party, it's 135 years old. So there's a system that works. And let it go by the system.
We saw some top leaders writing to the president about their displeasure over scheme of things going on in the party. Do you think who will be the apt candidate, sir? What do you think is an apt candidate?
It is not for me to say. It is for the AICC to when the AICC meets to choose a president. And I'm sure it's been chosen over the last century very successfully, and I'm sure that there will be a good successful choice this time also.
Thank you. आप किस तरह से देखते हैं इस वायलेंस को, सर, जो किसानों और पुलिस के बीच में भिड़ंत हुई है?
देखिए, ये बात तो होनी भी नहीं चाहिए थी, बिकॉज ये बात बहुत देर से चल रही है. पहले मेरे पंजाब में 60 दिन के करीब रेलवे लाइन्स बंद रहीं, इंडस्ट्री बंद रहीं. आज भी 123 जगह में हमारे पंजाब में किसान बैठे हैं, पेट्रोल पंप्स पे, टोल प्लाजास पे, किसी मल्टीप्लेक्सेस में, सब कुछ उनको चलने नहीं दे रहे. और आज भी एक ग्रुप बैठा है जंडियाला गुरु में ऑन द रेलवे लाइन. वो अमृतसर की लाइन नहीं चल रही, वो वाया तरन तार जा रही हैं ट्रेन्स. सो ये बातें तो यहाँ हो रही हैं. वी आर टॉलरेटिंग इट. हमारा नुकसान हो रहा है ज़रूर, बट इसका इंडिकेशन होना चाहिए था दिल्ली को कि जो किसान अब आ गए, दे आर नॉट गोइंग टू आराम से नहीं उठेंगे. उनसे आप बातचीत करके उनका कोई हल निकालो. एंड वो आई थिंक उन्होंने इतनी जो मीटिंग्स की हैं, 12 मीटिंग्स हो गई, इस बात को पहले ही ख़त्म करना चाहिए था.
आपको लगता है नहीं बाहर का भी इसमें हाथ, आपने जैसे मेंशन किया?
हो सकता है क्योंकि जो हमारा साथ वाला मुल्क है तो हम छेड़छाड़ करता ही रहता है. अब देखो, जिस दिन मैं होम मिनिस्टर को मिलने गया था आज से 2 महीने पहले, ये किसान मूवमेंट शुरू हो गई थी. लोगों ने कहा अमरिंदर सिंह जा रहा है उधर, उनको मिलने जा रहा है कि ये किसान मूवमेंट के. किसान की कोई बात ही नहीं थी उस दिन बात हमारी हुई थी यही कि अक्टूबर से किसान मूवमेंट पंजाब में शुरू हुई, और अक्टूबर से हमारी जो इनफ्लो ऑफ ड्रोन्स हैं वो बढ़ने लग गए, और उसमें हथियार जो आ रहे हैं, वो जो सब कुछ वो फेंका गया उधर से पाकिस्तान से, उसका कोई कारण होगा. व्हाट इज़ दैट कारण?
किसान आंदोलन पर सीएम कैप्टन अमरिंदर सिंह बोले, सिंघू बॉर्डर हिंसा की जांच निष्पक्ष तरीके से हो. सीएम कैप्टन अमरिंदर सिंह ने ये बात कही है. सरकार को जिम्मेदारी लेनी चाहिए. सिंघू बॉर्डर पर हुए हिंसा को लेकर निष्पक्ष जांच की मांग सीएम कैप्टन अमरिंदर सिंह ने की है. स्थानीय लोग कौन है, इसकी जांच हो. किसान आंदोलन पर बोलते हुए सीएम कैप्टन ने कहा कि सिंघू बॉर्डर हिंसा की जांच निष्पक्ष तरीके से हो, और स्थानीय लोग कौन है इसकी भी जांच होनी चाहिए, और सरकार को जिम्मेदारी लेनी चाहिए. हालांकि सिंघू बॉर्डर पर हिंसा की निंदा की है सीएम कैप्टन अमरिंदर सिंह ने. बातचीत से ही समाधान निकलेगा. किसानों को देशद्रोही कहने वाले स्थानीय लोग नहीं हो सकते हैं, ये भी कहना है. सिंघू बॉर्डर हिंसा पर पंजाब के सीएम कैप्टन अमरिंदर सिंह ने निंदा की है, और